Hi, hi. How is everyone? How's everyone doing? Live again for another week. Has everybody had a good one? I hope so, at least. I haven't got anyone with me in chat today, and I've prepared no talking points, so it's going to be a stop-start stream again, with no idea what to talk about. I've got a couple ideas, maybe. We'll see how it goes. I've lost all of my pages. Okay, let's bring up winter again. So last week I did a Valentine's Doodle stream. That was fun, I enjoyed that. Really showed me that sketching and doodling at high speeds is hard. I knew that, but it still shows me. I know what I mean. Okay, let's just get down to business and defeat the Huns. Which is a good movie. What am I doing? Sorrow. I think I might need hands for this one. What I'm doing right now is drawing some emotions. If I had people around, I'd ask for more suggestions. Happy, scared, angry, sorrow. I haven't done angry. I might do angry down here. And instantaneously, my computer feels slightly laggy. I've put it definitely on my to-do list. I'm definitely going to get a new computer. I need to save up for it. I need to open up commissions, because that would help, I think. And the thumbs work. I need to work out prices. That's the hardest bit with commissions, I've found. Prices. How do you put monetary value on art? Because what's a phrase I've heard before? If it doesn't matter. Hang on. No, I don't remember the phrasing, but it doesn't matter too much what you price a thing as. There's almost always going to be someone who likes your stuff enough that they will pay it. Obviously, if you price things cheaper, there'll be more people who are more likely to pay. But that doesn't help with the whole trying to work out how much things should be. Hands are hard. That's a little better, I think. I think I said this last time, but I don't need to get too worried about the details as such. I'm just sort of trying to convey the emotion. And if I didn't say that last time, I'm saying it this time. You know, it'd be a really smart idea, using references. I've heard that's a thing that successful artists do. Either way, I'm going to be dancing around the page, spinning it around, whee, just to get the angles I need. I don't know if I do this with traditional, I'm sure I do. Like, I need to draw a particular line like that, but I can't do it if the page is like that. It just never comes out right. So I rotate my book, and I get the curve I want. I try and replicate a little bit. No, I know. If I try and do the hand a little bit more like this, that should be easier. I'm also going to move Discord around so that I can see that chat easier. I'm not expecting anyone, just in case, as it were. I am doing some thinking, and I think I'm going to consider, which is the same thing, genuinely moving to YouTube to stream. I'm going to set up a second channel anyway, because I want to separate out the streams and no, I want to separate out the speed draws and the animations from any other content I do. Don't mind my weird breathing. I think I'm scrunched up a bit much. This way, if anything does happen with my channel, or it does get big or something, I've got a bit of, like, I've preset it, I've pre-done the separation. I'd rather do that now than maybe worry about it 100 VODs down the road. Do you know this is VOD 11? It just happened so quick, I was not expecting it. Okay. I've just drawn all that hand and now I'm going to put the hair over the top anyway. Such is the way. Perfect. Do you ever just want to make your characters sad? Just to see how they'd respond? Of course, they're all fictional characters, they don't have their own responses, their own feelings and emotions, but, kind of. They kind of do. When I roleplay my characters, I like to let them make their decisions, of a sorts. I never know if that makes sense to other people. I'm sure it does. My characters have a personality of their own sets of desires and ideals that you put into them. And then you just sort of act out how that would work. Granted, that's still based on the subjective nature of your own understanding, your own personality, and your own empathy. It can be really difficult to put yourself in the shoes of someone like a sociopath if you're not one, or an introvert if you're an extrovert, or someone who's lost their children if you haven't had any. Okay. Now, I don't like the term ugly crying, because that implies it's an ideal pretty crying, whereas crying is important all across the board. But I'm going to use the term. I need to try and figure out how to do an ugly crying face. And watch the tone of my voice. Just put in a thing. Oh wait, she doesn't have a, what's it called? Procrum? Or something like that? Not like the cat characters I've got. But she does have a larger top lip. So I might need to work that into it. Well, I say I might. I think it's quite important to her character design. Do-do-do. I should do it. I think. Let's get rid of the lines underneath so I can see what I'm working with a bit better. I think that's a little easier to do it that way. Oh, I didn't mention something that was quite important this week. I had a birthday. Last Sunday, this week. It depends on how you count the Sunday. I had a birthday. I'm now older. Whether that's a good thing or not, that's a different matter. Some people would say older and wiser, and others would say older and uglier. They're both wrong. I'm just older. And lovely. Almost traumatic. I wonder if you can hear the footsteps next door. Anyway, what did we do on my birthday? I went to the cinema. We watched Captain America. Had a great time. I know there's some hate around the movie and general dislike. I liked it. I enjoyed it. And that's all that matters to me. I have no issue with Sam Wilson as Captain America. He's great. Captain America is Captain America. And then after that we had some food, hung out with friends, and just had a good time. I was meant to play some Minecraft with them, but I forgot. Which was my bad. We got a build battle we occasionally do. Which is just silly fun. Recently enough I Recently enough I sculpted. Is that the word? I built Jaws Bruce. I thought that was hilarious. I was quite proud of it. Speaking of proud of it, I think I'm happy with how this is looking. I might put her fang back in. I think that'll do. And then lastly we've got angry. I don't think Winter typically would get angry. In high tense, high adrenaline situations, he's far more likely to be afraid or nervous. That fight or flight, she's likely to freeze up. But if she ever were to be angry, that would probably be a very bad day for whoever did make her angry. She would probably write some very stern letters. And she doesn't do very stern letters normally. Have you ever written a stern letter in your life? I'm pretty sure I've written stern emails. Not many. I don't really like the confrontation. But definitely have written some. See, this is me running out of conversation topics. My bad. What else have I done? Oh, I cooked a very nice meal today. Randomly threw together a few things from the fridge. Added a bit of soy sauce, honey. Oof, very nice. It was quite a heavy meal despite being like purely vegetarian. Was it purely vegetarian? I'm trying to think through. Well, it depends on how you define honey. It's certainly not vegan. But I never know if honey is a vegetarian thing. Where am I going with this conversation? Oh, it's nowhere. I'm going nowhere with the conversation. Just telling you about my nice food. I've decided that cooking is actually quite easy. Not easy, but like, I can do it. I don't have to stress about it too much. I nearly forgot to chop the peppers, but even then, like, I could let the food sit and cook while I was doing that. Trying to do white sauce, on the other hand, that felt super stressful and just was not working right. But I think I need to do some tests. I think I may have got it now. I used some vegetable oil with some flour, and then we used soya. I think I want to try real milk. Oh, I don't know how to do spit. Either way, the reason why we needed to do that, we was making a lasagna, and we hadn't gone out to get any of the ingredients. So we needed to make our own ragu and bechamel. And it really was like a homemade was a homemade flavour, like you go into a cafe type thing and just ordering the lasagna there. Not as good as a proper cafe, like we don't have the skills for it yet, but getting there. Definitely getting there, I think. A bit of work, and I can get white sauce right. The ragu was pretty good, but I think it could have been more. Adding some carrots and some other things. We really did. Wait, did we add carrots? Yes. We didn't add that much. That's the key key point. And then nice thin eye. I think that's about as scary as you'd get, just like growling at you. I think I would like. I'm not trying to engagement farm, but I genuinely would like some cooking ideas, like things to work towards. I'm definitely working towards a lasagna, and something I'd like to do is cook a full roast. Granted, we don't have the most space for it, but I would like to be able to do that. Roast dinners are, I wouldn't say like a British staple, but they are kind of important for Brits. Certainly of the older generations. I wonder if the younger generations also do like roasts, like cooking roast. Because I have no idea how to do it. I don't have much idea how to cook anything really. I didn't learn when I was younger. Beautiful. Now what was I doing up here? Personality traits and stuff. Oh yeah, I gotta write in some things. And I think what I can do with this section over here is probably leave it, to be honest. Where's my lines? Where am I even working on? Here we are. Yeah, I think if I leave it like that, maybe clean up these lines. Yeah, I will clean up scared. But they're really to sort of emphasize the feeling rather than the literal. They're not meant to be finished pieces. They're meant to evoke the feelings of the emotions I want to portray. So they can be messy. That's what I'm trying to say. Or if I already said that this stream. think I'm also going to have to do something with the cheesy shares. I've only had one submission this month, and I think the main reason for that is the title of the cheesy shares was not very clickbaity, and that's definitely my bad. I need to find something that's more engaging, and people should, in theory, gravitate towards it during the month. I still think cheesy shares is a really good idea. Highlighting things that you enjoy of other people's work. That makes it different from the what's it called? The challenge, the monthly challenge that Dex runs, where you draw something based on the theme. Because I really want people to build up community and create mutuals, share experiences. That's something that people miss from old school internet, and it's kind of hard to sort of bring that around now. I think largely in part because of places like, well, I'm going to say it, because of places like Twitter. Everything becomes more reactionary. You just like and scroll on, or you repost and scroll on, which is kind of sad. But okay, with this area up here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to wait until I've got someone around who I can talk to, just to get an idea of what sort of personality traits I want to put up there. If you want to comment that in the YouTube VOD, more than welcome to. The only engagement I'm after right now for that is if you could recommend a food to work towards to learn to cook. No baking, just cooking. Baking scares the bejeebers out of me. That's what I was saying with Veshmeth, because it's so precise, so like you've got certain rules you have to follow. It makes me panicky, stressed. Okay, let's do a color swatch. Some people do some very clever looking color swatches. I don't think I want to. I quite like nice and simple, just pop, 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 pop. So, yeah, I think that's just what I'm going to do. Nothing complicated, so this will only take a moment. Do a smaller version on top there. I'm going to create a layer for each and every line because I'm silly like that. Although, what I'm going to do there is, because the fur markings are the same as the hair, I'm going to put them on the same layer. Everything makes sense to me. I should also separate out these eye layers so I can colour them right. Oh! Did I merge the groups? Well, that's interesting. Okay. I can work with that. I can work with that on the correct layers. The eyes are going to be more complicated, just because I'm a pain in the butt. Now let's see. Pretty sure I do that at 50%. Yeah, probably. Maybe even 25% actually. I sort of feel it, that's the problem. So you go through most things, get a feel for it, and you just sort of vibe with it. Then I'm going to go even smaller. I'm going to move this so it sort of mildly covers that. And then we'll get our white to go through it, and that's going to be at 50% as well. But I won't be putting these as 50% because I want people to be able to color pick from the color swatch. Maybe make that a little bit bigger though. There we go. And then of course the pupil. And the shading. What I'll do with the shading though is I'll make that gradient on its own separate layer again. I'm up to 12 layers already. So I'm going to get a gradient and I'm going to use the erase tool. I'm just going to make it a line. Make it a slightly clearer line. That'll do. And I would need to add in these colors too. Definitely can't forget that. Oh, wrong layer. That's going to be her ears and nose. Else do I need to add? Oh, her mouth. Zoom, 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 zoom. Inside her mouth. I like to do purple for inside mouths, or leaning towards the red. Maybe a little bit less purple. Yeah, that feels good. Put that there. On a layer, because I like layers. And tongue will be closer to red. These are decisions I haven't made before. Or I probably have, but I haven't got any references up. Like, that would be a smart thing. Let me look at my own references, my own images. So I can find out just how I've done it before. Which means, unfortunately, you can't see what I'm doing. But I'm going on to my Artbyte page. That is typically where I may have drawn her open mouth, and I haven't. Well, isn't that interesting? No, that's very interesting. Okay. Okay, yeah, I can do that. So inner mouth, tongue, and like skin color for, how do I put it, like wounds and stuff. I think that would be a good one. I'm trying to think what I'm doing there. Brain is working on the slow-mo mode. I did have an energy drink, so that should have powered my brain up. I think I'm thinking about different things. Hang on. Mouth. Teeth. Okay, so I'm pain. I draw teeth and eyes with like a pure white colour. And it's going to be hard to see in this image at the moment, but I will do a background at some point. And honestly, I think that's all I need. Now to write it in my barely legible handwriting. So, let's go with writing in pure black. And we'll do it in basic. And markings. Hair. Eye shade. I mean, this should be pretty self-explanatory, actually. In Japanese, the eye is meh. And I'm trying to think what the kanji for that is. Part of me wants to say it looks a lot like that, but that doesn't feel right. Because I know that's day. Need to do more kanji practice. Anyway, where was I? Ear, inner ear. Ampersand, nose. Inner mouth. Am I putting this on the same layer as something else? Nope. I'm good. These are difficult. Here we are. I also need to put space in for her clothes colours. Most of it's fine, but specifically the cape. She likes wearing the cape. She likes wearing the whole outfit. Tongue. And pink areas. E.g. wounds. And then teeth. %, opacity. One of my small problems is my A's can look a little bit too much like a capital G, or if I'm really squiggly, a C. I don't really have an answer for that. Probably laziness. But I'm definitely not distracted. I would never be distracted. So, one of the reasons I'm sort of rushing through this right now is I need to move on to the next character. There's only so many months until Art Fight, and I want to have a good list of characters ready. I wonder if I can be a little cheeky and show off which characters I want. Let's go back to my character page. And I'm going to do a screenshot. I really enjoy Art Fight. I like drawing other people's characters and sort of testing my own health and testing my own abilities, which personally I would call meager abilities. That's self-depreciative. Okay, I don't think any of that will dox me. There. So, I'm working on winter right now. I wonder if I can do this smarter. It's probably an even smarter way of doing it, but that's not for me to know. Okay. Characters that need a new, like an updated character sheet are Winter, who I'm working on. So I'm gonna say Winter's probably done. I've got all the work to do on this at the moment, but wow, I can really draw circles. Okay, Winter's done. Tun already has a character sheet. Salita needs one. Suiboku definitely needs one. Masked Angel has one. Angel Draconio needs one. Emerald Moss probably needs one still. I mean, I can click on the links and find out what I've got. But also, Emerald Moss is really simplistic in shading, so her colour palette is easy to swatch. Either way, who else? MFA you could probably do with an updated one, but it has one already. So these are the ones that still need definitely less worried about you. And I think Ionator could do with one. I think Ionator would benefit from a sort of personality style one. And we should probably throw in Blade as well. Because he's definitely not overly complicated. So let's say I want to get these done before Art Fight. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's taken me close to a month to do Winters so far, and she was an easy one. That should put me just on track to have all these characters ready for Art Fight in July. Okay, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that. Actually, let's actually get rid of it completely. Delete it. I don't know how to delete it. I'll just cut it. Okay. Now, carrying on with the main show. Need to put in her poses. best way to demonstrate pose. I think using a chibi form. I think that'd be a cute way to do it. Oh, I do not like this song. I'm gonna change it. I didn't need to. Yeah, that's better. In my opinion. I don't think the energy worked, guys. Energy drink worked. My focus is still shot. Okay. I'm just gonna make some little chibis to show off poses she might do. I was literally just about to draw that one. Already got that pose. Next, please. Let's draw her sitting. Guys, I can draw, I promise. I even went to college to do it once. And by college I mean, what is the American equivalent of UK college? My age, age sort of 16 to 18. That is not how one sits. Guys, I don't know how to sit down anymore. I'm only trying to draw chibi versions. Or maybe super deformed. If I move her head over. I used to believe there was an actual difference between chibi and super deformed. And then as time went on, I found that line got blurred more and more. How do people sit oh my gosh. I know how I want it to look. What is this music actually? I'm starting to worry if it is copyright. Because a lot of it sounds familiar. Granted, I also have to remember, I have kind of listened to it multiple times. And I don't have the strongest of memory. She has got one heckin' big tail. I'm sure this is pretty much close enough. Don't get bogged down in the detail. Breathing again. Oh wow, time went quick. Wonder if I had anyone pop up in chat. Nope, no one's there. And, well, I mean, someone said hi in Discord. Should I? Yeah. Well, drat, someone missed the stream, and I'm saying no worries. Hi. So if they watch it later, they might even... if they see it later, they might even catch themselves cameoing. Oh my gosh. Focus is gone. Oh wow. Oh whoa. Okay, no. I know what's happening. My page is... no, my computer is lagging as hard as my brain. I assume you rambled anyway. Yes, I definitely rambled. My brain is lagging like my computer. I'm gonna say goodbye to the stream anyway, before I throw my computer out the window. Yes, I need to set up commissions, actually, like, properly do them. I've got some ideas for some journals on Cheesy, and hopefully it won't take too long before I can get an updated computer. I also need to learn, like, what's going to be a good PC build for art. My friend is pretty good at that stuff. I think she recently got a computer. I should ask her how that is, actually. See what her thoughts are. Yeah, I think I will. Anyway, I'm going to end it now, regardless. Oh, someone did pop up in chat. Hi! I'm going to end it now, regardless, because my brain is not quite there, and we're at the end of the stream anyway. So, thank you very much for coming along. I hope you enjoyed listening in, and yeah, I hope your brain doesn't lag like this. Have a good time. Bye, Johnny.